I like girls, girls and fast cars. This song by the Wombats is going to open this wonderful video, my dear audience. I hope you enjoy it. It is going to be a little bit of a ramble about cars that I like from around the ages, and a little bit of an explanation about industrialism, styling, and streamlining. Because, I can. That's really just why. Anyways, what I want to talk about right now is our first car on the list, one of the most important for current society. And it looks like this. Look at it. It is just absolutely adorable. It is indisputable. It was at the time probably a menace on the road, but it is one of the greatest achievements of industrialism at the time. It was the first mass-produced car. It was also the first to use the fourth chain method. It was the first to use that method, which is basically you put people in a chain, each person is specialized into working in a specific job, basically our current understanding of what a factory is. It also had some Taylorism, but that is its own thing. I'm not gonna get too into the nitty gritty of everything, but it was a very important car, and its design shows that. It was one of the first cars, and its design is more function than what we will call nowadays beauty. But that will soon change, because the styling movement will arrive to the United States of America. And what is the styling movement, you may ask? Well, basically, the styling movement was the thing that made current wanted cars like the Cadillacs that all of our parents want, and like the famous Plymouth Belvedere that appears in the Christine movie. Yes, the Christine movie. That is the movement that made those cars. It was making what was already functional and good, but making it prettier, more something alluring that will get people in the Great Depression to buy your things, even though they sometimes couldn't afford to. It was basically a very good marketing strategy where the objective was make things pretty and functional. This, of course, will later change with, how do you say that in English? Obsolescence, programmed obsolescence, yes. Sadly, functionality will suffer in some later years, but what are you gonna do about it? But yeah, I'm gonna get a better picture of the Plymouth Belvedere because it really is just a beautiful car. Like, I understand why people will kill for this car. I will kill for her too. Anyways, let's. I want to present to you what will later become of the styling movement precisely in the year 1930. It will go, better said, from the styling movement to the streamlining movement. And what is streamlining, you ask? Well, look and see and behold the beauty that is Dymaxion. Dymaxion is an amazing example of what streamlining is. Streamlining basically wanted the aesthetic and the curves, the aerodynamics of styling, and made it more. It wanted futurism, it wanted aerodynamics, it wanted to look like a boat, like a rocket. And it does. It even has a fin like fishes do to imitate them, and it has 3 wheels. And this monster can go up to more than 200 kilometers per hour, if I remember correctly. Which is terrifying. Just imagine walking down the road and suddenly you see this thing speeding by. But, in short, the streamlining movement made everything look like a water droplet. Just fast, aerodynamic. A lot of the times, as you can see, it will have strange window and door dispositions. And another very interesting, um, would we say, later example of this is the wonderful Firebird III. Wait, where is the Firebird III? Where is it? I haven't saved it? No. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me save and I will be back with the Firebird, the third Firebird. Hello. I'm back. And since I was away, I decided to also grab the pictures of Firebird 1 and Firebird 2. I got the honor of seeing these cars with my own eyes, and when I saw them, I couldn't believe that they were real. They are just so amazing. They look like something that you will see perhaps in a cartoon. Of course, these were built during the yeah, the end of the 1950s and the start of the 1960s, so right in the middle smack of the space age, of rockets being designed and launched into space, of the Cold War. So they very much bear that resemblance with pride and no shame, because you cannot look at these cars and not tell anyone that sees them that they are not trying to be rockets. But, anyways, sadly, with this final showcase, I have to end my little presentation of today. But before that, I want to, in case of any misunderstandings, tell you in what year more or less the cars were made. If I remember correctly, the 40 was made at the start of the 1900s, then Dymaxion was made at the start of the 1930s, right after the Great Depression. After that comes the Plymouth Belvedere, which was made right in the smack middle of the 50s, and it is just wonderful, very beautiful, as I already said. After that comes the Firebird models, which are these ones that you're seeing now. And finally, the car that all of my parents want, and perhaps you might be aware. It is the Cadillac model from 1972 in its beautiful blue color. Anyways, with that, I finally end this. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this little talk.